So Saudi Arabia brand of golf, LIV Golf, have come to an agreement with the PGA Tour. Man, this is so crazy because they was going at it. They had lawsuits against each other. They was trying to pick up some of the players out of the PGA. I think Tiger Woods could have got an $800 million contract with those guys.
Stupid, buddy. Stupid.
Bro, and all this stuff or whatever, he had to pass on or whatever because he wanted to keep his American ties and keep his fans and stuff like that. But man, now, man, I know he got to feel like a fool, bro, because all these boys, man, like for real, because a lot of these guys done lost money, man, because these boys that came to an agreement.
Yep.
And it's super crazy, man. And I understand being a patriot and you know what I'm saying, all American, this and that American dream and stuff like that or whatever. But for PGA to just freaking just really just bow down, bro, because all the lawsuits or whatever, all that stuff is on hold. And now they're doing joint events and things like this. Bro, I just don't understand, man. Like, how can you go from such a great company in the PGA and just bow down to these guys pretty much, man? I just don't understand it. It's a lot that's unknown about this stuff. But, man, how do you feel about this stuff, bro? Because I felt like PGA, man, had that stuff on lock and LIV just tried to put something together. And now, whatever, they're co-inspiring now. So how do you feel about this stuff?
Let me tell you why they did this. It's because they're trying to save their brand. They're trying to save their asses. That's why they're doing it. Mm-hmm. Because PGA was the name brand of golfing for years. All the top golfers in the world, right?
Exactly.
They were the top brand only for professional golfing. LIV Golf began late in 2021, right? Mm-hmm. And LIV is backed by the Saudi government with Saudi funds. And they're valued at over $700 billion, bro.
Right. Very rich country. Very rich. One of the top countries.
Yeah.
Right.
Investment funds straight backed by the Saudis, right? So they made their splash when they signed Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson and Brooks Koepka was like the first one to sign, stealing them right from the PGA Tour as others followed. But then after that, you had others like Cameron Smith, Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, Harold Varner, Sergio Garcia, like all these guys left. So basically, all these top great golfers, basically the only couple golfers that the PGA Tour had left was Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And Tiger Woods hasn't been a top golfer, and it's just the brand. It's the name of Tiger. If you get Tiger, you're going to sell tickets every time.
You got the fans, right?
Exactly.
20,000 people walk behind him every freaking shot that he does.
And then all these golfers were leaving the PGA Tour to go into LIV Golf because they got paid more money and they got to golf in less events. You know what I'm saying? The more guaranteed money right off front. A lot of the PGA Tour, they would treat these golfers like shit, mistreat them. They weren't getting paid like properly. I won't say properly compensated. They're still making good money, but like they don't feel like they're getting what they're worth essentially. And then LIV comes in and they throw multi-millions of dollars at you right off rip. I mean, people are going to do what's best for them and their families.
Believe it.
But golf for them. I don't have to golf as much and I make more. It's a simple decision if you think about it. So by PGA doing this tour with LIV, LIV's not going to put them out of business now, essentially, because it's only a matter of time at that point, man, because they were losing. They were definitely losing. Devin, what you think about this shit, man?
They were definitely losing, and it wasn't going to get any better because they had lawsuits that were going to settle in 2024 that could have ran them down to the ground. That could have really started to hurt them. I mean, there's players in there, you know, when you look at it from the PGA's perspective that were, you know, they felt like they were betrayed because the deal happened behind their back. But
like John Rahm,
John Rahm he was a huge one with it. Yep, absolutely.
And that was another one that the PGA still had too. John Rahm. John Rahm's a top golfer in golf today.
John Rahm, Justin Thomas. You know, there's a few of them in there, but they're all younger guys because they had to find younger guys to replace the ones they lost. You know?
Right. And you can't blame these players, though. You can't blame the PGA players for feeling betrayed, and you can't blame the guys who left. You can't blame them for leaving because they got to do what's best for them and their families. You got to look out for yourself, man. This world, don't nobody give a shit about you. You got to do what's best. You got to get your bag now.
Right.
Like somebody thinks you're valued high and you want that. That's what you go for.
Right.
They're giving you something you haven't seen yet.
And then now I guess like I guess this deal, like this is just an announcement. Nothing is actually finalized.
No, they're still trying to
understanding. Okay.
Details and everything.
Still a lot going on with these guys, man.
That's why a lot of PGA players are still pissed, because they're still not being told what's going on with everything after they were told by the press that the deal's been signed. That's how they figured it out.
Yeah, and they found out, surprisingly, nobody's told them anything. I think, what was it, John Rahm that said he was playing with his kids, and then he's seen that shit on ESPN that was happening. Right. Nobody consults with you. Nobody tells you anything when you're going in this.
And they're supposed to have a vote as a part of the PGA, and their opinion's supposed to matter a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that stuff don't matter, man. As soon as that money come into play or whatever, that's it. That's it. Done deal, for real. So where do I sign? That's all it is. Like, you gotta feel betrayed. You gotta feel betrayed about these things, because they stuck down with you. They were down in the dirt with you from the beginning. And then these guys come with we're like, no, we're gonna stick to where we at. A couple guys left, but you guys stick with your people. And then after you cussing these guys out or whatever, like, oh, y'all will never be with us and all these things, lawsuit. Now just freaking after one night you slept on it, you were like, you know what? This might be a good deal. Let's go ahead and do this stuff.
And
now.
They sold out. Yeah.
Right. Come on, man.
They knew what was going on the whole time. They were calling it the Civil War of golf. Like, they knew
that's what it was.
Each other. Yep.
Yeah. It's like, you talk all this shit, you threaten lawsuits, you file injunctions, you do this, stating that the Saudi people and these guys shouldn't even be able to do business with Americans and like whole bunch of shit, like getting political on them. I'm like, man, what do you?
New Jersey and New York those are the ones that are definitely taking a little bit of hurt towards it.
Right.
Like, that's insane, bro. It's the game of golf, man. Like, to me, as like a fan, I love, like, if to see them merge would be cool, because then I get to see all of them at once. They make a golf game or some shit, you're gonna get everybody. But you're gonna get the
best competitors of the whole sport is what you're getting right there.
And that's what you want to see. You don't want to see great golfers in this league and then great golfers in that league. You want to see them all competing with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, this 100%. Is legitimate, competition. This isn't scripted. It's not like when Vince McMahon bought WCW and then there was no spot for all of them, and then you put some on Raw, some on SmackDown. No, it's different than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is golf we're talking about here.
Right.
But I like this as a fan, though. I just think all these players need to be properly compensated, properly taken care of, everything they were promised, and then some. Every single golfer in the PGA LIV, they should all be making more money with a combination of the association. And when you merge and you make it one ultimate golf association, that's more money now than ever before. Not that
absolutely
LIV and the Saudis needed any more of it, and the PGA wasn't exactly broke. But I'm just saying, like, this is more money for everybody. Everybody wins. More people are gonna watch. You're gonna sell more tickets. Like, everything's gonna be beneficial financially. Everybody's gonna benefit financially off of this shit. So all these players need to be properly compensated and then some. So there's no reason why they shouldn't be. There's more money to be made now than ever.
And back in the days, I didn't think that everybody can be bought off, man. But 2023, everybody got a price.
Everybody, bro.
No doubt.
For real. No matter what it is.
That's it. You gotta stand down on your 10 toes, man. You gotta stay real with yourself, but just if your boss or whatever sells out, like, damn, what the hell I even did any of this stuff for? That's crazy as hell, man. For real. These boys stand down with you and you sell them out, man, for real, for a can of green beans,